BTS Jungkook's house is being investigated by foreign investors. What's behind it? In recent weeks, the South Korean entertainment world has been rocked again by no less shocking news from the international music scene. Not about a song, not about a solo project, but about something much more personal: BTS's Jungkook house. Yes, the luxurious mansion of the Golden Magne, which has been a symbol of the success of a young man from Busan, is now in the spotlight. But what was surprising was not because of the shape or luxury, but because foreign investors began to look at Jungkook's private property. The question is, what is really behind their interest? Jungkook's house, located in the elite Itaewon area of Seoul, is known for being more than just a residence. He is a symbol of life's amazing journey, from a teenager who came to Seoul with only a dream and a golden voice, to a global superstar with economic influence to an international level. However, news of foreign investors' interest in Jungkook's property is not just idle gossip. Several financial reports and investment firms overseas noted Jungkook's name in the list of luxury real estate of global celebrities in Asia, which is said to have fantastic value-adding potential. The house is said to have a very unique architectural design, combining traditional Korean style with a touch of modern minimalism. Huge glass walls, neat gardens, and a security system rumored to be on par with diplomatic facilities make the house not just a residence, but a work of art. But interestingly, investors do not just see Jungkook's house as a physical asset, but a symbol of the value of the Jungkook brands themselves. In the modern investment world, big-name global celebrities like Jungkook hold much more value than just buildings. One property analyst from Singapore even said that Jungkook's house is not just a property, but an artifact of modern K-pop culture. This means that anyone who manages to buy or even engage in the symbolic ownership of the house is considered to have a part of the global history of Korean music. And this is where the controversy begins. Many fans were uncomfortable, even angry, with the idea that Jungkook's home, perhaps his personal resting place, where he calms down from the hustle and bustle of the world stage, was being targeted by profit-hungry investors. More surprisingly, some reports say that there are real estate investment companies from the United States and the Middle East who secretly approach local property agents to get detailed information about the market value of the house. Rumors spread that one of them even wanted to make Jungkook's house a mini-museum with the theme, Journey of a Global Idol. Of course, this immediately made the fans react violently. For them, the house is not a showpiece. The house is sacred because it's where Jungkook once rested, wrote lyrics, maybe even cried in silence after a hard day as a world star. However, behind all the highlights, there is an interesting side that cannot be ignored. The investment world is now experiencing a new phenomenon, where celebrity real estate is considered a promising asset. Big names like Jungkook not only influence music trends, but also economic trends. Property values associated with global celebrities can increase by up to 300% simply because of their reputation and social influence. In Jungkook's case, this interest in foreign investors shows how strong a global image he has built over the years. She is not only a singer, but also a trusted global brand. However, one thing that made many people moved as well as surprised was Jungkook's own attitude. Industry insiders say Jungkook doesn't care much about speculating on the value of his home. He bought the house not to be used as an investment asset, but as a form of appreciation for himself and his family. He once said in an interview, "Home is a place where I can go back to being a kid. Out there everyone demands me to be BTS's Jungkook, but at home, I'm just Jungkook, your son." The sentence now feels deeper in the midst of this frenzy of investment rumors. Imagine, a house that should be the quietest place for a person is now the subject of global speculation. Some fans even voiced a campaign on social media with the hashtag #ProtectJungkook's to reject any form of commercialization of his idol's house. They believe that the house is a symbol of struggle, not a money field. An army member wrote on X, "Jungkook worked hard since he was 15 years old. The house is not an investment. It is a proof of a child's love and hard work for his mother. Don't touch that place." On the other hand, property analysts do not deny that Jungkook's house does have extraordinary appeal. In addition to its location in a strategic area close to business and diplomatic centers, the house is also said to have a high-tech personal security system and an unusually beautiful view of the city of Seoul at night. It is no wonder that investors see great opportunities. But this is where the line between emotional value and economic value begins to blur. Perhaps this is the paradox of the life of a superstar like Jungkook. Everything he has, even the most personal, can turn into a commodity in the eyes of the world. But this is precisely where the magic of a Jungkook is seen. He never exploited it. It does not make its home content, does not open its doors to the media, does not make its privacy a promotional tool. He still kept the silence and sacredness of the place, as if saying to the world that not everything can be sold, even by someone who can afford everything. Now, speculation about foreign investors eyeing Jungkook's house may not necessarily be entirely true. But one thing is for sure, this huge attention points to one indisputable fact. Jungkook's influence has transcended the boundaries of music and entertainment, even penetrating the realm of global economy and culture. He was not only a singer, but a symbol of a generation, a symbol of hard work, and a symbol of hope for many people. And behind all the highlights, perhaps Jungkook is just sitting in his living room, enjoying a cup of coffee while looking at the serene Seoul sky. Regardless of who is calculating the price of his house, without knowing that the house is now a global topic. Because for Jungkook, home is not just property. Home is where he can return home not as a world star, but as a child who just wants to hear his mother's soft voice ask, "Have you eaten today?" But this story does not end there. After the news of foreign investors glancing at Jungkook's house spread to various international media, the atmosphere heated up even more. A number of news outlets from Japan, the United States, and even Europe began to highlight this topic, positioning Jungkook not only as a K-pop artist, but also as a global economic phenomenon. In investment forums, Jungkook's name appears repeatedly in discussions about value of fame in property market. Ironically, behind all the analysis of numbers and market reports, what is forgotten is the human meaning behind the house. Some sources in the Korean real estate industry even revealed that foreign investors' attention to Jungkook's house began since a famous architecture magazine report featured photos of his stunning exterior. The architectural style, called Korean Zen modernism, combines the tranquility of Hanok with futuristic aesthetics. For global investors, such a design is not just a style, but a status symbol. They see it as the trend of the future, a lifestyle that reflects the balance between tradition and modernity. And who else can represent it perfectly than Jungkook, the young Korean who became a world icon? But behind that sparkle of beauty and prestige, another concern arises: privacy. Fans know that Jungkook is very protective of his personal life. She rarely shows her side of the house on social media, and if ever, only a few small snippets, silhouettes of windows, reflections of light,